Boss, and today I'm going to show you how to play a Fire Mage. There are a few things you need to know about a Fire Mage. Here's the talents. There are a few talents that you have to have, like Ignite. Ignite adds a dot whenever you crit, or almost every time you crit. Impact is your Fire Blast proc, which also spreads your diseases or your dots for AoE damage. Blast Wave is one of your major AoE damagers. Hot Streak is your instant Pyroblast, which is a lot better than a 3.3 second cast. And you have Combustion, which copies all your diseases and puts them into one. Then you have Living Bomb, which is your main disease that you keep up almost all the time. You also have Critical Mass, which uses your Living Bomb and Flame Orb spells, or increases your crit from your Living Bomb and Flame Orb spells. Alright, there's also a few buffs that you have to keep up at all times. Molten Armor, unless your Mana Gem and your Evocation is off or on cooldown, or you're completely out of Mana Gems, then you want to switch to Mage Armor when you're below 50%. You also want to use Arcane Brilliance or Dalaran Brilliance for the mana buff. Alright, there's also some add-ons that are very important that help you play your class well. You have Quartz, which is your spellcasting bar. When it gets into the red, it tells you that you need to cast it again. We have Combustion Helper, which is right here, which shows if your Living Bomb, Ignite, Pyroblast are up. If they are, you want to use Combust if Ignite is over 10k at 85. Alright, we have Recount over here, which displays your damage, and many other things that I can talk about in another video. Alright, we have the main stats for Fire Mages, or the level of stat that you have to have is 1743 hit, 1620 crit, 495 haste, and 1377 mastery. That is the bare minimums that you need to do decent DPS as a Fire Mage. What you have for your stat priority is your intellect. Only replace it if the stat you're replacing with it is worth 2.5 times more than the intellect that you're losing. And then you have to hit 17% spell hit. You can go 0.5 under, but I wouldn't go that far under. Haste is also very critical DPS boost because it adds your damage from your dots to increase. Crit procs all your spells helps all your spells and helps proc your Pyroblast. Mastery just increases your dot damage. You have a pretty simple rotation, I would say, for a Fire Mage. It's mostly just fireballs unless stuff's proccing. Alright, so you want to hit Flame Orb, Scourge, you want to keep Living Bomb up, and Fireball until stuff starts to proc. You want to do a Pyroblast before you do a Impact because it'll increase your damage immensely. Alright, I did combust a little early there, only to show you the damage increase, or the amount of damage you go down. Alright, the Fire Mage AoE rotation is pretty much the same, except you want to save your Ignite just in case your Living Bomb or your Hot Streak procs. Alright, so here's your AoE rotation. I don't have Combust up right now, so we're going to have to deal without that. You want to pop some Blast Waves whenever you get the chance, because it's just going to help your damage. And you want Living Bomb to fall off of the target. See, now we have procs, and my damage should go up now because it's just going to. My damage is great right now. I don't know why it's so low. It's a lot better in raids. And that is it.